talk about is I was on Twitter yesterday, X. I'm sorry, X. I was on X yesterday, and
Same thing.
this person I follow a guy who covers the Pistons, and he put out a tweet that was like, man, I wish I had the tweet pulled up, but essentially it was like, really the Pistons are, I don't know, they're up or they're winning or something, and the fans at the game are doing Jared Goff chants, like, really, guys, is that really necessary? And everybody kind of piled on like, yeah, that's kind of weak, like it's getting kind of corny, so on and so forth. And well, let me before I say my take, man. What are your thoughts on Jared Goff chants at Tigers games and Pistons games and Red Wings games?
um, yeah, at times it can be corny. You know what I'm saying? At times, but essentially, man, we are we have been a team that has been through so much in the past 30 years, man. And we went from that team at the bottom who everybody looks down on and everybody kicks around and everybody looks down on and everybody like poor Lions, oh you're a Lions fan, poor Lions fan, to like almost an historic team, man. We're breaking records every week. We're doing things that nobody has ever done. We have one of the top quarterbacks in the league. For me, man, enjoy your moment, man. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lions are the hottest team in town. Um, and if you want to show love at a Pistons game, you want to show love at a Tigers game, hell, you want to go over and take over Houston Stadium and do the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Take it over and chant Jared Goff why you jitting to whatever to whatever's going on in Houston Stadium. So you can call it what you want, man, but Lions fans are enjoying their moment, man, and I think people better just get used to it, man, because it's probably gonna go on for a couple of years now.
So when I see a comment on Facebook or Twitter, before I put my response, before, if I'm gonna respond to it, before I put my response, I want to go through all the responses and see if somebody's already said what I said. And I had to scroll through like 20 different replies before I finally got to one guy who said it. There was another one, he took it to the extreme, and even to the extreme, I was still kind of with him, honestly, more than I wasn't. But when I hear the Jared Goff chant, right, like you said, we've been bad. You put it perfectly. We've been bad for like 30 years. Detroit sports in general, and finally, we have the best team in the league, which, like you said, we haven't been able to say for 20 years. Somebody put it in the comments that the Pistons team won about 20 years ago. So we haven't had the best team in sports. We got 4 professional sports teams in Detroit, and we haven't had the best team in any league in years. And for the first time, we haven't even won the Super Bowl yet. But bro, right now in this moment in time, we have the best team in football. And so when I hear the Jared Goff chant, on a Monday night Pistons game against the Bulls, uh, I don't think that these fans that are in attendance are chanting for Jared Goff, who's probably at home with his family, doing whatever it is that he does. I might be looking at it too deep, but the Jared Goff chant to me, initially, yeah, they were cheering for Jared Goff, but like at this point, it's taken on a life. In my mind, it's taken on a life of its own. The Jared Goff chant is essentially a rallying cry for Detroit. To your point, we've been bad for so long. Jared Goff was a guy who got thrown away. Everybody was done with him. You had some people who, even the people that was rooting for Jared Goff from day one, I don't think they really thought he was going to be good. They were just rooting for him because, hey, it's a new opportunity. Hey, it's a chance for him to start his career over. That's all based in, maybe maybe land. But the fact is that Jared Goff took that opportunity, and along with the whole organization, I mean, he's the quarterback. He's the driving factor of this team, and he took everything that was against him being thrown out. And the meme is I can't remember how it goes, but the saying was that they threw him into a pack of lions, and he came out leading the lions.
Right, right.
And that's what Jared Goff has done. So when I hear the Jared Goff chant, it's not about people at the Pistons games are cheering for this guy. It's about that this is a guy that this is what we want the Pistons to do. We want every team in Detroit to rise up from the ashes, from being at the bottom and making it to the top. Because that's what Jared Goff chant is to me. It's just a viral and so somebody replied to my comment like, well, why don't they just cheer for the team that's on the court? Why don't they just support the players that's on the court? It's like, because those players are bums. And they're not bums, like they're not bad players, but in the grand scheme of the leagues, they haven't done anything. They haven't done anything to where you feel like this is sustainable. They haven't done anything monumental. Now, if they were to do something monumental, if they was to turn the page on decades of bad product, then I highly doubt that you'll hear Jared Goff chants. It'll be something more specific to that sport. But right now, like, just to me, the Jared Goff chant is just a rallying cry for all Detroiters, no matter where you are. Everybody knows, everybody's on the same page, and it kind of made me mad, especially being a guy who's so hard on Jared Goff coming into his time in Detroit. But it kind of made me mad that people are so, and I think it's young people that just don't understand. But to throw away the first organic thing out of Detroit in so long, grit. Grit was organic. It was something that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes came up with, and they put it out there, and they just kept on hammering it in until boom, it stuck. But the Jared Goff chant was something that was just so organic. Like Mason in the Ben Wallace, the introductions to Pistons games. Like, it's been so long since we had something that's been so organic that stuck. And to say, oh, we want a Pistons chant, like, you can't just make up a Pistons chant. Like, it's got to happen, and it's not gonna happen when you go out and you lose to the 5-9 Bulls. So be patient with it, but bro, like, you gotta embrace good things sometimes, man. And I just think that it's just a younger generation that just can't, they just ready for the next thing so quick, man. And it's just that just bothered me. But that's all I want to say about that.
Yeah, man. And real quick, just to your point, man, I would like to say, so I think that the Jared Goff chant essentially started out as the "Let's Go Lions" chant. Let's go Lions. You know what I'm saying? That's essentially what the Jared Goff chant started out as. But then Matthew Stafford came to town in that playoff game, and and like you said, organically, the "Let's Go Lions" chant turned into Jared Goff chant. You know what I'm saying? And essentially, why I would say that people chanting at other games would be because here, even when we've had championship teams like the Bad Boys uh or the 2004 Pistons or the Red Wings or the Tigers. I know long time ago, back in the 80s, won back-to-back championships. I will say, and this, I don't know, this might just be me, but I've always felt like no matter what, the Lions are king in this town. And even when we've had bad seasons, people wanted so bad for the Lions to win, to be a good team. You know what I'm saying? People, even what I'm saying, you the hype around the Lions being a good team, it just feels so much better than when the Pistons were champions. I mean, not to diminish any of the championships that we won in this town, but everybody has always wanted this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's why the Lions chant makes it into the other games because you know what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like the Lions are king in this town, and they're the number one team. They're the team that everybody wants to win the Super Bowl. Uh, if the Lions win the Super Bowl, it will be the like one of the greatest things in Detroit sports history.
Yeah, like like I said, man, I was going through the replies, and that definitely showed up where people were basically saying like, yeah, man, like it or not, this is a football town, and the NFL, if you got multiple teams, for the most part, unless your NFL team is just sorry, you know, everywhere is a football town. Football is the real pastime of the NFL. I mean, of America, man. So even like I'm sure, like even you know, Cleveland Browns fans, you know, the Guardians have been good for so long, but I would love to ask a Cleveland fan, like, would you trade the Guardians' success for the Browns' success? I'm pretty sure they would.
Right.